India halts rice exports. Decisive or divisive? Not many people know this, but July 20th, 2023 was International Chess Day, an entire day dedicated to the celebration of the popular game of strategy. Of course, chess in its original form was invented around the 5th century in India, known as it was back then as Chaturanga. But while the annual celebration is more lighthearted than strategic, July 20th will go down in history as a date that will be remembered in India for a very strategic decision that was in no way lighthearted. It was the day that India made the decision to halt one of its most important exports, rice.
India has banned the export of rice.
India banning the export of rice.
One of the largest producers and exporters of rice globally, this was a move that raised eyebrows and sparked numerous debates among experts and policymakers. In this video, we'll look at the reasons behind this decision to stop exporting rice and delve into the implications and potential ramifications of this policy shift. The role of rice in India. Rice has always held a special place in India, not just as a staple food, but also as a cultural and economic symbol. The country is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China and has traditionally been a major exporter of the grain. Rice production and exports have contributed significantly to India's agricultural economy, providing income and livelihood to millions of farmers. So why exactly has the Indian government taken this radical step to prevent rice from being exported from the country? Ensuring food security. The primary reason behind India's decision to halt rice exports is to ensure domestic food security. With a population of over 1.4 billion people, India faces the daunting task of providing enough food to its citizens. Amidst a growing population and changing consumption patterns, it has become crucial for the nation to prioritize the availability of essential food items like rice for its citizens. Coping with climate change. Climate change has had a significant impact on India's agricultural landscape, leading to unpredictable weather patterns, droughts, floods, and extreme temperatures. These climate-induced challenges have often disrupted crop cycles and reduced agricultural yields. To mitigate the risks posed by climate change, the ban, which was introduced after heavy rains hit domestic crops, enables India to focus on building food reserves while reducing its dependency on uncertain international markets. Managing inflation and price fluctuations. By suspending rice exports, India aims to stabilize domestic food prices and manage inflation more effectively. Food inflation can have adverse effects on the economy and the livelihoods of vulnerable populations. Indeed, spiraling food inflation has put pressure on the government in Delhi in the run-up to national elections next year and state-level elections in the months to come. So, by retaining its rice stocks, the Indian government can respond more efficiently to any unforeseen economic shocks or disruptions in the global rice market. Supporting smallholder farmers. The next major reason for India's ban on rice exports is due to the agricultural landscape that is dominated by smallholder farmers who rely heavily on their crops for income. Halted rice exports ensure that there is enough supply within the country to meet local demands at fair prices. This decision can protect small-scale farmers from the volatility of global markets and provide them with a more stable and predictable environment for their agricultural activities. These are all proactive decisions that should help the government to ride out the remainder of the year. But just as in a game of chess, every action will be met with an equal and opposite reaction. So, what are the implications of this significant decision? Global rice market impact. With India halting its rice exports, there's a noticeable gap in the global rice market. This has led to increased demand from importing countries, potentially driving up the prices of rice in the international market. Neighbouring countries that relied on Indian rice exports might face supply shortages and increased competition for sourcing rice from other exporters. India's image as a reliable supplier. India's decision to stop exporting rice might affect its image as a reliable supplier in the global market. Long-term buyers and trading partners may look elsewhere for consistent rice supplies, leading to potential losses in market share for Indian rice exporters. Food aid and diplomacy. Historically, India has been involved in providing food aid to other nations during times of crisis. With its focus now on domestic food security, the country might have limited capacity to extend such assistance, potentially affecting its diplomatic relations with aid-receiving countries. For right or wrong, India's decision reflects its shifting priorities concerning food security, climate change adaptation, inflation management, and support for smallholder farmers. While the decision is aimed at safeguarding the interests of the nation and its people, it also carries implications for the global rice market and India's standing as a reliable supplier. As the situation unfolds, it remains essential for India to strike a delicate balance between its domestic needs and its role in the global agricultural landscape. It's a difficult decision that will have many strategic implications. Will it prove to be decisive, or will it spell checkmate for the government in Delhi? Only time will tell. For more information on this business series, check out our channel here. Thanks for watching.